Great. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited that you're here because if you're here, someone has mentioned to you a little bit about the Lifewave patches and said that these might help you. Or maybe they've said these could help your patients. You know, if you're a physician or an acupuncturist, naturopath, someone in the healing arts of any kind, this really could be a way that you could help your patients get better faster. So I'm going to talk today about my path with the patches and how they help me personally, how they have helped many of my clients, my patients. And I hope this will be informative for you and interesting, right? Because this is really new technology. There's nothing like it. There's no other company that's creating anything like this. You might find other patches, but there's nothing that compares to these stem cell activating patches. And all of us want to have more energy, seriously. More energy, better sleep, faster healing. So these are sort of a universal. And I think when we think about our health, what are we already putting into our health right now? You know, we're paying for insurance. When we think of insurance, I often think of the insurance as it's kind of sickness insurance. It doesn't really help keep you healthy. So we're talking about how can we put a little bit of investment into you so you will stay healthy and actually do a little bit of reverse aging. Because when we turn on younger genes, that's what's happening. So here's myself. I'm a family doctor. I've been board certified for more than 20 years. And my husband, we're both family doctors. We use these patches a bunch, you guys. So I had a patient who came in and brought me a patch and they said, this made my pain go away. And I was intrigued, right? It required me doing due diligence and looking at the science and seeing that, oh, well, it does make sense from a science point of view and to see that there is research to support it. So I tried it myself. Lo and behold, it helped my arthritis get a bunch better and created a new possibility for my life. At that time, I was declining. I was more and more tired. At the end of the day, it was hard for me to even like engage the family, make dinner, and that kind of thing. And by the time I'd used the patches for a little while, I was really a different woman. So sometimes we need a jump start, and that's what I consider these patches, a way that we can help ourselves, our families, or our clients to be able to feel better first. And feeling better first is one of my principles, right? If I can do something that helps my clients or my patients to start to feel better, it's easier for them to begin to do a protocol or follow my advice. The other thing that we think about is with therapies, integrative holistic therapies, many times, if you can turn down the inflammation and turn up younger genes, which is what the X39 patch does, you're going to have better results with your clients. So everybody wants to know, how does it work, right? Well, David Schmidt, who's the CEO and the inventor of Lifewave, started to look at natural systems during the time he was working to help the Navy SEALs be able to create more energy, right? Who needs more energy? Well, certainly the Navy SEALs who stay up so long. So he's looking at natural systems like lobsters that get stronger as they get older, looking at different species that when you chop off a limb, they'll regrow the limb, and trying to understand what makes these different animals live a long time. Think of the queen bee, who lives 50 to 60 times longer than the worker bees. Well, what we understand is that they are giving different instructions to their body, and it's in the form of tiny molecules called peptides. And now we see that light can also change these instructions. So you and I, we all sort of are aware that when the sun shines on us, we make vitamin D. That's a very good example of light changing the instructions that are given to your body. And when we're able to be very specific about the light, what happens is we can actually turn on younger genes and activate stem cells. So it depends on the frequency. And I told you I'm going to tell you how they work. Well, basically, it's like a little mirror. If you see on the left the picture of the gentleman in front of a camera, that's the heat coming off of his body. So when you put a patch on the body that has reflective properties, it acts like a tiny mirror to reflect back specific wavelengths to your body. And that's how it works. It's almost like giving you a tiny IV of light. And what happens when we give specific frequencies as we're able to create really amazing things in the body. And activating stem cells is one of those things by increasing a copper peptide. Now, stem cells can become whatever kind of cell we need. So that's pretty cool. It helps us tap into our body's own regenerative healing capacity, right? And as you get older, your stem cells go down, down, down. And even in our 20s, we don't have near as many stem cells as we did when we were little. When we don't have stem cells, we age faster and we heal slower. So it's important that we look at ways that we can optimize our body's regenerative capacities. Intermittent fasting is something also that can help with stem cell production. Exercise, hyperbaric oxygen therapy can help with stem cells. But, and also sometimes people will get stem cell injections. Now, if I was going to have a stem cell injection to try and treat something, I would definitely be adding these patches because they could help activate the stem cells, make it more likely to have a positive outcome. So the way they do that, the way they do this is by increasing GHK-Cu. That's the instruction molecule, the copper peptide that goes up in the body when we put Lifewave X39 on our body. And you know what's cool is when you put this patch on, even if you don't feel a darn thing, because honestly, you may not feel anything right away. What's happening though, it's going to work. It is stimulating roughly 30% of your genome to start to express younger genes. And that's pretty darn cool. When we look at the data on GHK-Cu, we see many genes are activated that were turned off when we start to have more inflammation in our body, repair genes, tumor suppressor genes, genes that help our nerves and our muscles function better. And so that's what happens. We do begin to heal faster, grow stronger, look and feel younger, and truly this optimizes our performance. So these are the things that the X39, the Lifewave X39 does. Increases our energy, yay, better sleep, faster healing. There's fewer wrinkles. I'm going to show you a few pictures of that. The reduction in pain is one of the neatest things though, because I feel like when you can remove suffering, it opens up the world of possibility for people when they're feeling better, when the knee doesn't hurt as much, right? They can walk, they can engage. And it's all because of increasing GHK-Cu, which activates the younger genes. So we see examples where light can reduce inflammation. I want to show you some pictures now. Let's look at this horse who used the anti-inflammatory patch for 6 months. So this is a 31-year-old horse, a little before and after picture. And that horse really appears to be almost a different creature. 6 months of using that patch. When we look at the heat map of the horse, the first one up at the top, the horse is a hot horse. And below the after picture, there's much less purple and dark red and orange on the horse below. And I use this because people say, oh, well, this is just, it's a placebo effect. And the placebo effect is real in everything, right? If you take a sugar pill, 30% of people are going to feel like it did something, okay? And so is the placebo effect what's happening? Well, there's no placebo in horses, guys. There is a real effect, a biological effect that's happening, and it's played out in all the research studies done with Lifewave patches, and you can see it in animals. So when we look at how we can improve cardiovascular strength, stamina, there is a new patch called the X39 that increases strength and stamina. Within 1 week, people will be feeling like they're the Energizer Bunny at the end of the day. That's what I noticed. So this helps us to make muscle and grow stronger. And when we look at the people who are using this patch for 2 months, they did more sit-ups, push-ups, bicep curl, squats, grip strength was stronger in 2 months. And we have some more recent studies too, I'm going to show you, but we found people went farther and faster with a drop in their pulse. That means their heart was not working as hard as it was when they first started, and they were going farther and faster. Pretty cool. Here's a gentleman, lost 7 pounds of fat, gained 7 pounds of muscle at 74 years old in 2 months of use. And we see this change, and it led them to do, well, let's do another strength study, right? Because we're seeing such a shift in people's muscle mass, and let's measure what's happening with men. And over a 2-month period, what they found was a dramatic increase in strength in all of the measures, 31 to 70% increase in the measurements. So other studies, let's look at a typical study, 8% improvement at 6 months, 24% at 9 months, 17% improvement at 3 months. And once again, let's remind you, 31 to 70% improvement at both month 1 and month 2 using the X39. More than double of the strength in less time. And these are highly statistically significant results. And so what Lifewave and all their wisdom said, well, if we're making muscle, we're probably strengthening bone. And sure enough, that's what they found following a bone marker in the blood. NTX goes up, up, up when you're breaking down bone. So we want it low. And that's clearly what they showed, is a drop in NTX with using the X39. So this needs more study, but it's very exciting because right now the medications for osteoporosis and osteopenia, not so great. You can't take them very long. They have side effects. And we want to tap into our body's ability to just make more bone on its own. So what about using a patch to help our body to stimulate it healing itself? So this is all about it healing itself and turning on those younger genes, getting stronger, both muscle and bone. And then we've got beautiful before and after pictures of what I call the Lifewave glow. People who have fewer wrinkles, less dark circles, less puffiness. This is really a dramatic change for these women. And what I, as a physician, think is when I see someone go from, the before to the after, I recognize that this represents internal healing, inside out healing. Their bodies are doing something differently, right? We're not putting anything in. There's no medicine, no pharmaceuticals. And this is after 1 year of use. You see what happened to her dark circles, what happened to her fine lines and her bags. And she's feeling a lot better too. Another person with the Lifewave glow, look at her neck. That neck's pretty cool. There's definitely a change there, not as many wrinkles. So skin heals faster too, right? This is the thin skin of a 95-year-old. And this is amazing healing when I think about how to get that kind of thin skin better. This jellyfish sting that got better over a 3-week time. This is a dramatic improvement for that period of time from a medical standpoint. And then this was, I would almost call this one a miracle. The doc said it would take 3 to 4 weeks for this bruise, full arm bruise, to go away. And it took 5 days. So, let's defy the expectations, everybody. This is a scar that melted into the skin after 1 month of using the X39. So this is 1 year after surgery and then 1 month of using X39. So make sure and take a picture, a before and after picture of your face, your hair, and any scars that you have. If you're using X39 and 49, you want to do a body composition so you can see the improvement in your fat to muscle ratio. Your fat's going to go down, muscle's going to go up. Here we see 2 months, a great healing. So if you're in plastic surgery, if you're in any kind of surgery and want to have a better cosmetic result and a faster healing for your patients, the X39 patch would be highly recommended. 2 weeks, nice healing of this suturing after 2 weeks. This is a thumb with 3 months of use of X39, dramatic change. It used to be blue, swollen, discolored, weird looking thumbnail, and now it looks just kind of normal. So this has been this way for years. And after 3 months of using X39, dramatic difference. Some people are going to grow some hair. When you turn on younger genes and tap into your body's like normal function, like let your body do what it knows how to do, sometimes we grow hair, right? And so these people, are happy with what's happening on their head, improvement there. And then if you do want to, if that's a goal of yours, like you feel like your hair is thinning, you'd like it to be thicker, I suggest using X39 and X49. They are the dynamic duo. They are the performance bundle. This is day 1, 6 weeks, and 10 weeks. This person, that's amazing. And this is using X39 and X49. So this is basically my medicine cabinet here, you guys. If I get sick or my kids get sick, I'm going to be putting on a patch. I would always rather do that than an OTC medication. If you had to pick one patch, it's the X39. The one patch to rule them all. It does so many things because of increasing GHK-Cu and turning on those younger genes. I love the performance bundle. The performance bundle that adds strength and stamina is the X39 and the X49. And then there are other patches. The Icewave is for pain. The Eon is for inflammation. That's what the horse wore. The Silent Nights is for sleep. Nirvana for mood. Alavita is for the skin. Glutathione helps with detoxification, and carnosine helps with brain health and wound healing. We have the Energy Enhancer, obviously for energy, and AccuLife is for horses. So there's a patch specifically for horses. Then the SP6 helps balance the metabolism and reduce cravings. So there's a different patch for all the general things that can be very, very helpful. And so how can you get these? Well, great news. This is less than a cup of Starbucks a day, guys. Even if you're paying retail price, which now the retail price for 1 month supply, $149.95. Right. Now, I had a friend go to Starbucks yesterday and she's like, yes, Starbucks cost me $5, right? So there's no subscription as a retail customer. There's a money back guarantee. For most people, I'm suggesting that they become a preferred customer or a brand partner so they can get the wholesale pricing. A preferred customer has a one-time fee of $19.95. There's a monthly subscription, but there's not a long-term commitment, and they get free Lifewave sample patches every month for 6 months. There's also money-back guarantee, just like there's a money-back guarantee if you become a brand partner. Becoming a brand partner is super fun, great group of people, and what you can do is help people heal and link that to earning a little bit of money, or maybe earning a lot of money, depending on how you want to take it. I would do you a disservice if I did not tell you that this is a super fun business, and we have systems to help people who are looking for something like that. You get the wholesale pricing, $99.95 a month, and there's still a money-back guarantee. So those are the ways that you can get the patches. I encourage you to get with the person that referred you to this presentation so you can find out more. They're available all over the place. People overseas don't have to wait for them to be shipped from America because there are distribution centers everywhere. There's a distribution center in Mexico. There's a distribution center spread out throughout the globe so we can get patches to people quickly. And as a board certified family doctor, as a certified functional medicine doctor, this is in alignment because of the research that is fed into this product, and it truly is cutting edge. And I'm looking for ways without pharmaceuticals to help people feel better as quickly as I possibly can. So I'm excited to be an independent distributor, brand partner. And sometimes people are telling me things like this, right? Your tech gave me my life back. I feel so much better. My knee's not hurting anymore. My back's not hurting. And that's pretty cool. You don't have to be a doctor to put a patch on someone. It requires no medical degree. It just requires the chutzpah to say, here you go, this might help you. And if you're here, somebody thought this might help you. And when people ask me, how long should I try it? What if I don't feel anything? A few weeks ago, I had a physician try it for maybe 10 days. And he's like, he's a pretty healthy guy. I don't feel anything. And I'm not sure whether or not he kept going, but I would feel sad that if after 10 days, because what's happening during that time, his stem cells are starting to wake up. Younger genes are starting to be turned on, and he may have something that's getting fixed internally that he didn't even know about, right? So when you put your patch on and you've got it, you're walking along wearing that patch, you can know it is working for you in the moment, right then. And it's going to make you want to give patches to other people, especially when you start to feel the result. Usually I suggest up to 3 months. 3 months is a good trial, right? To really see what's going to happen. And if you are an athlete, you need these patches so that you are going to have the advantage. You will have the edge over people who are not wearing the patches, all right? It is a pretty fun company to work with, and we're all brand partners. We're not employed. So I just want to tell people about this because it helps folks feel so much better, right? It's easy to share. They give you a little website. They give you an app where sharing is simple. And on our team, we have tools that we've created to make it easy, whether you are a practitioner in the healing arts, whether you have a business, or whether you're just wanting to share with friends and family, we have ways to make it easy for you to share. So if you'd like to hear more about that, you can stay after this presentation. I have a business presentation I'm going to be doing, telling people about the very fun and possibility of doing business with Lifewave. Practitioners do excel, and they get faster patient outcomes, better patient outcomes. So it's something to think about. You might want to think about telling your practitioner about this product, because they're going to be able to help more people by sharing this with them. And so this is the time. The time is now for your stem cells to get activated. And I want to thank you so much for coming to this presentation, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, checking it out. And please reach out to me at feelgoodfunctionalclinic@feelgoodfunctionalmed.com. Below here, there is a link where you can purchase or learn more. And so feel free to reach out to me or to the person who suggested you watch this presentation. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm going to see you guys